what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Grossman Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. We are out here today, maybe with a doubleheader. It all depends on how this first game goes here. We are taking on the Kansas Jayhawks out of the Big 12 Conference, and not gonna lie to you guys, they got a solid record. They're 3-2 with a 2-1 record in Big 12 play, but we are, of course, more battle tested, and we are the much more talented team. They are a C overall rated squad with a C+ offense and a C defense. We, of course, are A+ across the board, man. So could possibly be a doubleheader. If it is, we will also play the road game against Ole Miss, and hey, we'll see what we can do, man. So that being said, should be a good episode, and if you're excited for it, man, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button, hit subscribe as well if you happen to be brand new to the channel, by the way. And with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump right into it, going on the road to play the Kansas Jayhawks. I'll see you guys on the field. Alright, boys, so we do end up getting the ball to start this thing, so let's see if we can get our offense going. Gonna start things off here, getting a handoff to Jeremy Givens, who does manage to find that edge for us a little bit and picks up a gain of 8 off rip, man. As we try to set up a second and short, see if we can get another touch for Jeremy Givens, but Maurice Royal fumbles the football, and we turn it over inside the red zone. That is a forward pass. There is no way that should have been considered a fumble by any stretch of the imagination. But the officials disagree, and now Kansas starts in deep in our own territory. And we will need to go ahead and make sure our defense comes through and makes a play on the football. As now, 2nd and 10, Lawson going to try to run it up the gut, and definitely really tough running for Michael Lawson, but picks up a gain of 5. So a big spot here for the Kansas Jayhawks as they can get the first points on the board potentially. As Parker looks to go over the right-hand side, it's Marshall, and we get him down before the first down marker. And it leads to 4th down. But Kansas knows, man, they are huge underdogs here today. Nothing to lose. They're going to go for it. Lawson running it up the middle and just barely gets that first down. And here comes Kansas with a goal line situation. Parker drops back, looks over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Oh, if he was able to get more of his hands on it, that could have very much been going the exact opposite way. But instead, 3rd and goal now as Brett Parker sits in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's got some time, but could not get enough on that ball to Tyler Jackson. He has to come back for it. And that does mean our defense does end up holding up. And we will hold them to this incredibly short field goal attempt. Should be about 23-yard field goal. And it will be no problem as Kansas gets their first points on the board. But look at this, man. A little bit of an update as Mason Warner goes off in the game against LSU. He ends up going 6 catches, 92 yards. And will help Ole Miss remain ranked at the top 25. A team that we will face in the next episode. As we do also see Kentucky finish off Texas A&M. Kentucky improving to 5-2 on the year. Whereas Texas A&M is 4-4, so just barely chilling out in that bowl eligibility territory. So after we check out those scores around the SEC conference, it is time for our second possession of the day. Didn't get any. We turned the ball over last time around, man. Trying to take better care. We'll see if Maurice Royal is ready for it as we throw a dot to Sean Albert. Could have been a little bit of a tight throw, but able to get it in there without any issues. As now, 1st and 10, Royal looks right, and Sean Albert makes a fantastic adjustment onto the football. Gain of 16 there. And for the very first time today, Oklahoma, we are out here in Kansas territory. And we will look to go ahead and get our first points of the game. Honestly, taking longer than I expected, to be honest with you. Is now 1st and 10, trying to throw the out route, and oh, we had Aaron Atkins wide but naked open, but Maurice Royal just missed it, man. He just missed it there, and it makes it 2nd and 10, where we'll run it with Jeremy Givens. He gets a nice run up the gut and almost gets to that first down mark. Got a little bit caught up by a lineman that really took a lot of potential out of that play, but still a 3rd and short, though. Should be somewhat easy for us to go ahead and pick up. We'll see if we can get it on the ground game as Andrew Smith, the backup tailback, he's in for the first time today. And look at him plowing forward, baby. You love to see it. Gain of 11 for the backup running back. And it sets us up in the red zone as well. 1st and 10. Royal looking right, trying to get it out to the fullback, Ryan Gordon, but off target. Makes it 2nd and 10. We're going to try to run a slant pattern, and wow, we don't see misses like that very often. 2 missed throws in a row for Maurice Royal, which sets up 3rd and 10. Royal dropping back to pass. He's looking down the middle. He has a man, but he misses him. Wow, 3 missed throws in a row, and so we had to settle for a field goal as well. But that being said, we do at least force a 3 and out on the next possession. And so we are back on the field with our offense. And we'll start things off with a Ryan Gordon run. Up on the left, nice little 11-yard run. You love to see that from the fullback. As we go again on 1st and 10. Royal faces a pressure but gets lit up like a Christmas tree. That is Matt Hamilton coming up from the middle and getting the sack on Maurice Royal. And a huge loss there. Makes it 2nd and 19. And even though we get a nice run there for Givens, it's still going to be 3rd and long, though. Definitely got our work cut out for us. Gonna try to run it on them, though. We only got 7 men in the boxes. Givens! Does he get there? Oh, can we? No! Wow! Really good effort by Jeremy Givens, but that does mean we got to go ahead and put this football away, man. Only tied up at 3 apiece. Kansas sure giving us a battle as Lawson, he gets loose here. Is going to pick up the first down on the ground. This is not the Kansas team that we went up against last season. Last year, we just kind of dog-watered them. And now, they're putting up a fight, man. They are certainly more improved, at least in terms of coaching, than what we saw in the previous season, man. They're putting up a fight despite not having the same talent that we do. And it's time for us to make adjustments. 1st and 10. Parker. It's a play action. Looking to the right, and that pass is missed. He had 81 open, but just could not throw it on the money. And it will be a 2nd and 10. As now, Jackson gets moved over to the left-hand side. He's going to stay to block briefly, but it's going to be a passing play. And it's going to get to Luke Livingston. Gain of 15. As now the Jayhawks sitting at midfield. We're going to strike again. Looking to the left, and Luke Livingston can't pull it in. He ends up dropping the pass. And now it's 3rd and 12. The Kansas Jayhawks have been 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Parker looking to the right. He's going to find Butler. And Clint Butler gets the 10 toes down. And this thing is going to be all knotted up at 3 apiece here. As we got ourselves a bit of a game, actually. We might be put on upset alert if we can't get it together. So here we go. 2nd quarter now. We are jumping right into this thing. As Brent Parker tries to run the speed option. Smith trying to play both guys at the same time. Didn't want to avoid the big play that could have led to really a huge chunk of yardage. Ends up being 3rd and short instead. And we'll see if we can hold it down. 3rd and 3. Parker out to pass again. He's got some time, but look who breaks it up. Matt Ratliff, the All-American safety, with a nice play on the football, and Kansas did have to go through and settle for yet another field goal. But look at this, Kansas, they got a lead on number 2, Oklahoma, but Jeremy Givens trying to change that. Biggest play of the day, 30-yard run. Now we're back in Kansas territory. Running it again. This time Ryan Gordon, who picks up 5 on the ground. And it's going to be 3rd and short. 4 wide set. Andrew Smith in the backfield. Royal dropping back. He's looking. He's going to throw it out to Andrew Smith. He gets open and is going to pick up a good chunk of yardage. And for the second time today, the Oklahoma Sooners now find themselves in the red zone. We'll see if we can add 6 this time as we throw over to the left. It's Jeremy Tate who comes through, makes the catch. And we only need that 1 more yard to pick up the first down. We'll see if we can get it. We're 3 for 5 on 3rd down conversions today. Royal dropping back, looks over the middle and finds Aaron Atkins in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And for the first time today, the Boomer Sooner gets it into the end zone, courtesy of the Aaron Atkins connection. And for the very first time today, we end up taking a lead. And now we put the pressure on this Jayhawk offense. They've been moving the ball, but they have not been able to finish drives. They have not gotten into the end zone, at least not yet today. We'll see if that changes here, and we'll see if we can prevent it. 1st and 10. Got a tight end getting moved over to the right-hand side, expecting to run to the right, but it's a play action. Parker going to try to run for the first down. He's got space, and he does indeed pick up that first down. Gain of 11 as the Jayhawks now at midfield again. This time running it with Lawson, who fights through a defensive lineman. Tough running for Michael Lawson. He's been a gamer for this Jayhawks offense. Picking up some tough yards today. We'll see if we can neutralize him as Parker's going to try to run it once again. And he's got some space to work with inside the 30 and brought down at about the 27. Except there's a penalty and we get bailed out by a holding by Michael Lawson. So that is a huge setback for this offense, as it will set up 3rd and long instead. And now Parker forced to throw, gets it to Avery. And did we just give it right back to him? Oh my goodness, yes we just did. A face mask penalty on TJ Bailey makes it an automatic first down. You literally cannot make this up right now. So because of that, Kansas drive still remains alive. We should be getting the ball, but instead we shot ourselves in the foot. We'll see if we can get ourselves right here. 3rd and 4 this time, as we're going to play in some zone defense, cover 4. But we give him another quick throw to Marshall, who was wide butt naked open, and Chip Marshall able to make the catch and able to pick up that first down. Now chilling in the red zone. Few plays later, going with a 3rd and 7 as Parker drops back again, but this time Marcus Johnson gets to him. Blows the play up as the athleticism of Marcus Johnson is too much for the offensive line to handle. Couldn't get a hand on him. And Kansas will be forced to go ahead and settle for yet another field goal, as the kick will be up, but it's not going to be good. It's going to be missed on the right-hand side. And that does mean that Kansas does not get any points as we check in on Georgia, who is actually currently losing to a sub-500 Missouri squad. Georgia coming in number 11 in the country. We could play them in the SEC championship, depending on what could happen. But that being said, though, oh my, what a throw to Aaron Atkins. And with 1:18 left to play, we're going to try to go ahead and see if we can pick up some more yards as Jeremy Givens picks up a huge first down. Now going into no huddle because we have not moved the ball well today. Royal looking around. He's going to try to throw it. Decides to throw it away, but it's going to be a flag on the play. Now, if it was the CPU that done this, they would have not called this, but you know what? Maybe it's that hometown call that we've been seeing. And now 3rd and 16. We're just going to try to go a halfback draw. See if we can get him off target. Almost made that man miss. That would have changed a lot there, but Yeah, man, sure enough, we got a tight one here, surprisingly, as Kansas is keeping it close. We are only up by 4, and they get the ball to start the second half. So we start this second half off on a high note as we do force them to go 3 and out from the get-go. And now it's time to see if our special teams can maybe provide a little bit of a spark here as Andrew Smith, he's taking it down the sideline. He's got some space and gets across the 50-yard line. Let's go, man. That's what we need. Special teams setting up our offense with great field position. And now it's time to go work. First play of the second half. Givens faking the handoff as Royal makes a nice cut and gets 8 yards out of it. How of that? Turning nothing into something, man. You love to see it from the senior quarterback looking to win his first Heisman Trophy. But can we build off of it? 3rd and 4. Looking right. We're going to dump it off to Jeremy Tate, who does spin his way forward. It's not pretty, but it is still a first down nonetheless. Is now 1st and 10. Royal gonna hand it on to Jeremy Givens, who gets it to the outside. Now he's got some space to work with. Down the sideline, not in the end zone, but inside the 5-yard line nonetheless. And just a few yards away from cashing in. Givens ready for the handoff. He's gonna go up the middle and finds a massive hole to run through. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the Sooners add on to their lead. The biggest lead of the day, make it 17-6. So the momentum, the tide starting to shift. Is this where we can make Kansas fall apart here in this second half? As now we go to work on the defensive side of the football. We did end up going ahead and getting a 3 and out on the previous possession. Let's see if we can do something here. 2nd and 5 as Brent Parker gets absolutely torn apart. 3rd and long coming. Boom! What a hit by Matt Bergman. And it's 3rd and 9 now. And there's a 4-wide set. Lawson in the backfield. He's going to stay in block briefly. Going to find a man downfield. And it's number 86, Trevor Smith, that comes through with a massive grab. 40-yard gain. It is a first down for the Kansas Jayhawks, as once again they are out here in field goal range. That kicker has a leg, but that accuracy is a little bit questionable, though. Is now 3rd and 4 as Parker jumps back. He's going to actually throw this one away. See, that's what I'm talking about. He was in the pocket just like we were, and they're not going to call the penalty on it. So they will still remain in field goal range. It's a 45-yard field goal, but it's going to be up, and it curls away. Another missed field goal for the Kansas Jayhawks. They leave points on the board once again, as Kansas now still down 2 possessions, and we can really start pulling away here. Play action. They send the blitz. We get it quickly out to Aaron Atkins, who finds space to run and gets it to about midfield. First down, Oklahoma. The 3rd catch of the day for Aaron Atkins. Is now 1st and 10 again. This time scrambling to the right. Facing some pressure. Going to throw a dot to Jeremy Tate, who makes a beautiful one-handed grab. Couldn't stay on his feet, though. He had a ton of room to run. But still a 7-yard gain. We'll take it, as our offense really starting to go ahead and find its groove right now. 2nd and 9. Royal jumping back. He's going to get it out to Jeremy Tate, who goes upfield, and it's a first down for Oklahoma. And another 1st and 10 coming. Royals getting hit, though, as the Kansas defense still showing some fight. It's the 2nd sack of the day for James Collins. And there's a 3-high safety on a 2nd and 15. We're going to run it. And Jeremy Givens finds a good chunk of yards, man. Gain of 10 there. Jeremy Givens really having himself a day. Almost 150 yards on the ground today. But we'll see if we can get a touchdown here as Royal looks around. He's going to try to throw it. Has to kind of threw it off the back foot. Not a great throw by any means. And that will end up making it yet another field goal. Kansas just barely hanging around here. All they need is one play, and they're right back into this game. This thing is far from over, that's for sure. As now, 2nd and 4. Parker is going to hand it off to Lawson. Lawson takes it out on the right-hand side, and Lawson picks up the first down. It's a gain of 7. This is another 1st and 10 for the Jayhawks. Parker dropping back and throws it into coverage. Lucky that he wasn't intercepted. Nick Alexander had his hands on the ball but could not bring it in. As it will be 2nd and 10 instead. Parker looking right over to his tight end, Tyler Jackson, who picks up 6. Is now 3rd and short coming. We got a 5-wide set, 4 to the left. Parker looking, facing pressure, and it's Marcus Johnson again. One of the best defensive linemen in all of America, coming through and making a huge sack. That will take us into the end of the 3rd quarter as our team is starting to warm up a little bit. It may still be a close game, a 2-possession ball game, but that being said, our team's starting to play so much better. So let's go ahead and jump into the 4th quarter. 4th and 11. We'll see if they go ahead and fake the punt here. As, no, they are actually going to punt this thing away. They're going to trust the defense. We'll see if they can trust that special teams unit as well. Smith cuts it to the left. He's got some space to work and gets brought down from behind. But a 24-yard return gives Oklahoma great field position. Starting on, looks like about the 40-yard line. We'll see if we can do something with it, though, as Givens makes multiple guys miss. Nice cuts. Makes it a gain of 6. As Jeremy Givens now is over 150 yards on the day. We'll see if we can pick something up here on 3rd and short. As now, Royal dropping back. He's looking to his right. He's going to find an open Jeremy Givens. Can he beat the last man? No, he cannot. He'll get a 2-string tackle, but a 38-yard grab for Jeremy Givens. As it's now in the red zone again, looking for the end zone, but can't quite get it to Sean Albert. Didn't get that cut that I wanted to grab. Tried to time it up, and it didn't work out. So we'll throw again on 2nd and 10 now, but this time we got an open receiver, and it's Aaron Atkins, who finds the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And it's now a 27-6 lead against the Kansas Jayhawks. And you can start to hear a mouse fart here in Kansas Memorial Stadium, as we have been on a 24-0 run since we were down 6-3. And now the Jayhawks are going to be in desperate need of a touchdown. We'll see if they can get it done. Parker dropping back, looks to the right, and gets it out to Butler, who immediately gets himself out of bounds and saving a little bit of time in the process. As now, 1st and 10 again. Parker getting some completions together, but this time trying to set up the screen. No! And it's Matt Berg with his first sack of the day, being just absolutely ruthless in the pursuit of the quarterback. And now a dangerous spot for Kansas. Parker looks right, tries to get it to Marshall, but can't haul it in. That was in double coverage. Very lucky that was only an incompletion. But instead, 3rd and 19. Bunch to the left, got a receiver to the right. Parker looking, trying to get it downfield, but look who breaks it up. That is Tyrell Booker, who makes a play on the ball that will be forcing Kansas to punt the ball away. They will not be going for it on that 4th and 19. I honestly wouldn't either. As now our offensive line in that running game could do the finishing blow potentially. Royal looking over the middle, finds Brad Means, and he does hang on and make the catch. Gain of 17. First catch of the day for the sophomore wideout. as another first down will get us into field goal, or not field goal range. I'm trying to get that touchdown. Royal looking downfield, facing some pressure though. Nobody was open. We trying to get out that pocket, and we actually have to punt the football again. You hate to see it, but we do force a 3 and out on the Kansas Jayhawks though, and 3.5 left to play here, so we got a chance here if we want to go ahead and run a little bit of time off the clock. I am gonna wait until after we get this first down, and then we'll get that shoot clock going and see if we can get ourselves out of here on this drive. Or Jeremy Givens will just make a great run down the sideline, and instead of running time off the clock, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna add some more points on the board. Another touchdown for Jeremy Givens, who I'm sure is closing in. He has to be closing in on 200 yards rushing, man. Like, he's on something today, man. Doing just great work. Granted, it is Kansas, and it's supposed to be our weakest opponent, but like I said, man, Kansas is putting up a fight. They are not giving up, and even right now, I mean, they were in this game for a really long time. But now that we're in the last few minutes of the game, and we got a huge lead, see if we can put an exclamation point in this one. Finish this game strong. Parker, he's going to drop back. He's got plenty of time over the middle, but it's going to be broken up at the very last second. So a broken up pass sets up 2nd and 15. That's also thanks to the penalty. Looking to his right, and this time it's intercepted. Cedric Bailey down the sideline looking for the pick six. No! Finally, the first turnover of this game belonging to Cedric Bailey is going to get that interception, and probably one of the easier picks that we are going to get all season long. And now we can get that shoot clock going. 1st and goal. Royal throwing into the end zone, and it's another touchdown for Aaron Atkins, who's been an absolute monster today. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's his 3rd touchdown grab of the day. Aaron Atkins is on something different today. And that will be it, folks. Kansas, they put up a fight, man. They had it close for a long time. They stuck around a little bit longer than I wanted. But still, that scoreboard shows that we blew them boys out eventually. We end up winning this one by a final score of 41-6. I would not be surprised if Kansas ends up going to a bowl game, but we win, and that's what matters. So even though this score does come around as lopsided, don't get me wrong, these guys did end up hanging around for a little bit, and even though we did end up winning by 35, it did seem like we had to work for it a little bit more than the last time that we played these guys at our home stadium. So we did a real good job on the ground. We ended up with 255 yards and 2 touchdowns with 227 through the air. Kansas ended up with nearly 100 yards on the ground as well as 133 yards through the air. Each of us had a turnover, but we were able to turn our turnover into a touchdown, while as Kansas, they had to settle for one of their 2 field goals that they got on the day. So, I mean, not our best offensive performance, but we still end up getting a big win on the road. As for how our guys ended up doing today, Maurice Royal ended up putting together a solid stat line, ended up going 18 for 23, 227 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jeremy Givens was also absolutely ridiculous today. He ends up putting together a 23 carry, 218 yard and 2 touchdown day. He was unstoppable on the ground against this Jayhawks rush defense. They didn't have an answer for him. As for our receivers, we actually did not have any receivers with more than 100 yards on the day, which is interesting. You know, we didn't throw the ball that much. We only had 23 pass attempts in the entire game, but Aaron Atkins, he ends up with 3 touchdown grabs, so he ended up with 5 catches for 79 yards. Only other receiver that had more than 50 yards today was Jeremy Givens. He ended up with 3 catches for 50 yards coming out of the backfield. Now, one thing that I will say is that I loved how this defense played for the most part. I mean, only allowing 6 points. Definitely love to see that. Eric Gunn led the team in tackles today. He ended up with 8 tackles and 2 TFLs. Nick Alexander following with 5 tackles and 2 TFLs as well. We did end up getting to this quarterback a few times today. Marcus Johnson, once again with a multi-sack game. He ended up with 4 tackles and 3 TFLs. And Matt Bergen also ended up getting in there and getting a sack off of, ironically, a halfback screen. So that's really interesting to see. Also got that 1 interception at the end of the game caused by Cedric Bailey in this one. So, I mean, a good fundamental job by our defense. Was hoping for some more turnovers, but when you win by 35, it is really hard to complain really about much of anything. I was hoping to blow them out a little bit more, but I mean, that just didn't happen today. It just wasn't in the cards. So as you can see, since Kansas actually put up a little bit of a fight, we're going to actually save this top 25 matchup for another day. And that another day is going to consist of us taking on the Ole Miss Rebels, number 17 in the nation. These were the guys that we went up against when we were making our coaching debut for Oklahoma. So a little bit of a tidbit for you guys. But hey, that being said, man, I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to save this gem of a football game for the next episode. But in the meantime, though, if you enjoyed the content, you enjoyed the action, I do need you guys to go ahead and do me a favor. Smash that like button, and then on top of that, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. This is John J Gaming on the mic signing off, but I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.